Paul George the Philly on a 4-year, $53 million per year deal was one of those moves that just made too much sense to not happen. It really puts Philly in the mix in the East because George fits perfectly with just about any team, especially one that already has a ball-dominant player, and they have two of those in Philly. George will slot right in as a catch-and-shoot shot maker and will be ready to defend the Jason Tatums and Mikal Bridges of the world. George also offers some shot making of his own, which is nice because though they are great, relying on just Maxey and Embiid is less ideal than having another option for defenses to be worried about too. People like to act like George falls off in the playoffs, but since 2013, playoff P averages 23 points, 8 boards, 5 assists, and 57% true shooting, which is about exactly average for a small forward, in addition to his excellent defense as well, so he does it in a lot of ways. If you followed NBA Twitter any, you probably saw people raving about Isaiah Hartenstein going to OKC for 3 years at $29 million a year, which may not make the most sense as this season, which was his breakout year, he averaged just 8 points, 8 boards, and 3 assists. I'm here to say that this praise is deserved though, as he can produce more with greater minutes. He shot an amazing 67% true shooting, which would have been good for 7th in the league if he qualified for the stat. And defensively, he is fantastic, even if he doesn't blow you away with steals and blocks. He's just always in the right place for a contest, and he helps really well, too, so he's an excellent in basically every aspect. For OKC, he helps a lot with winning now. As Chet Holmgren bulks up, Hartenstein will be able to play the physical style, allowing for Holmgren to be a monstrous help defender. So this is great for now and later. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope signed a 3-year, $66 million contract with Orlando, which really helps to flesh out their roster. Pope is an elite defender amongst other great defenders in Orlando, so that really helps to have that established identity. But what's more is that he can shoot the 3 at a high level, being 41% from 3 on 4 attempts a game. That's super needed in Orlando, as they were dead last in 3-pointers made this year, with Jalen Suggs being the only 3-point shooter in the same breath as Pope, as Suggs shot 5 threes a game on 40%. The next best impressive full-time shooter for them was Paolo Banchero, who shot 4 threes a game on a rough 34%. So this is a great addition for the Magic, as it helps with their biggest weakness, and as Paolo begins to develop his game more, it'll just open things up for everybody. Klay's demise has been greatly exaggerated because he wasn't producing anywhere near the $38 million per year level he was making, but he's definitely worth $17 million a year. This past season, he averaged 18 points and shot roughly average, as he had a 58% true shooting percentage compared to 57.4, which is the average for small forwards. The real selling point is his deep shooting though, which remains elite. He shot 39% from 3 on 9 attempts a game. Among qualifying players on basketballreference.com, Thompson was 3rd in 3-pointer attempts a game and had the 6th best percentage among players taking 7 threes or more a game. In other words, he can shoot that thing still. Najee Marshall or PJ Washington will always be on the court to help with his defense, so Dallas can sacrifice a little bit of defense for his shooting. CP3 to San Antonio on a 1-year, $11 million deal is a move that's received rather positive acclaim, but in my eyes, it's not a move that helps push San Antonio further. Paul is at the tail end of his career, so he won't be able to see the Spurs, who were the youngest team in the league before the signing of him, at their best. Moreover, he takes playing time away from younger options that would be able to help grow with Wemby. He won't be enough for San Antonio to be a playoff contender in the stacked West, but he may make them a little bit too good to get really a very valuable pick. So it's counterproductive for what they're trying to do in the long term in my eyes. And it's a little bit short-sighted because they're going to be a little bit better this year, but I think they're going to be a little bit worse in years to come as a result. And you don't really need to see if Wemby's good. We already know he is. Thanks for watching. Make sure you're subscribed for more content, and also be sure to like the video as well.